guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a video talking about loss and how to deal with it and how I've dealt with it. A little bit about my story, that whole situation. I got a comment from this lovely girl a few weeks ago maybe, and it was talking about how she loved my sit-down talking videos. She said that she really liked it and likes when I talk, just simply talk to you guys. And me too, I totally agree. So that's why I'm doing this video. I hope she likes it and I hope all of you like it. It really got me inspired to, give more of myself in my channel. I've always given myself, but, more, I guess. So, this is kind of a hard video for me to film. I have lost quite a few people in my life, and today is actually an anniversary of one of my grandparents' deaths, which is really ironic because I was planning on filming this video today, but not for that reason. Like, I knew that his death was today, and I knew that I wanted to film this today, but I didn't connect them. But yeah, that's just kind of random. So a little bit about my story, and then, the actual tips and stuff. By the way, this isn't scripted, so I'm not going to have, like, tip number 1, tip 2, it's just going to be me, like, talking. So, I lost the first person ever, really, in my life in 2010, and it was my dad's father. My dad's mom died when he was 8, so that was so long ago, so I never got to meet her, but yeah, so my dad's dad died September 2010. I don't know why, I just don't feel like saying specific dates, so sorry, I want to be more broad. I don't know why, yeah. And my mom's mom died in 2011 in April, and then my mom's dad died in March of 2012. So that was all in junior high, that was in 7th grade and 8th grade, all of these deaths, basically. It was really weirdly timed out, I guess. So I'm grandparentless, I guess, which that is something that I do struggle with a lot. The fact that, I don't have grandparents anymore. I can't help them make cookies or knit sweaters with them or, go to a matinee because it's cheaper. I don't know. It's kind of sad to me that I don't have that connection anymore. But when they were here, that connection was insane, and especially with my mom's parents, that was such a big connection that we had, and especially my mom's dad. Yeah, so whenever people talk about their grandparents, it always kind of gets me. It doesn't get me necessarily sad every time. It just gets me into this thought where it's I don't have grandparents anymore. And I can't even imagine what it's like to lose a parent or anything. That must be horrible. Now, kind of how I've dealt with loss over the years, it's definitely hard, and everyone does it differently, and there's no one way to do it. There's no list of tips that'll help every single person on the planet, because everybody has a different connection to the person they lost. You might be a friend, you might be a daughter, you might be a son, you might be an aunt or a niece or a nephew or a grandchild or anything. There's so many different ways that you're affected because everyone's affected differently. You're not all affected in this one way because you played a different part in that person's life, and you're a different dynamic than the person next to you. So everyone is going to get over it a little bit differently, and I know people in my family, I know people who get over loss great. I know people who get over loss horribly, but it's not just the fact that they get over loss great or horribly. It's the fact that they get over loss to this certain person in a different way than you. People who are not as close to my grandparents as me, whether they were a grandchild or a friend or whatever they were to them, they weren't as horribly affected with it as I was, because I saw them twice a week I would like help them because they were really sick, so I would like help them cook and clean and do whatever they needed, honestly. So we have like a huge connection, and the fact that that was what I did, the person next to me might have never done any of those things. They might have, seen them on Christmas and Easter and that's it. So they'll get over it a lot easier, but well, I'll get over it, or just kind of learn how to deal with it, I guess. Yeah, I still cry about it, and it's horrible, and it's so sad sometimes because, my friends, their grandparents live with them, or my friends go out with their grandparents, or hearing things about grandparents really, like I said, doesn't not always make me sad, but it can, and it really just depends on the day with me, like if I'll be sad about it, or if I'll like just think to myself, I don't have grandparents anymore. Yeah, so it kind of stinks. It really stinks, honestly. Loss is really tragic. What I've done to kind of move on, I don't want to say that in a disrespectful way, but you know what I mean. I let emotions happen, I don't try to block them, I let them happen, and it also helps, I guess, to have things, well, for me anyway, this is only things that have helped me, I guess, because I'm not you. I don't necessarily know your relationship with the person you lost or anything, but I keep things, or I kept things, I guess, from them. I have like my grandmother's, one of her shirts in my closet. You might have seen it in like a closet tour, or when I used to film with my closet doors open and sit in front of them, you might have seen it. It's a green shirt with little flowers on it. I've never worn it, but I just keep it. Actually, I wore it one time. That's why I have it, because I had to wear it from her house one time. After she passed away, I had to, wear it because I had like a short sleeve shirt, or I got it dirty or something. And I always kept it because it's something I have with me, and I kind of make myself think it smells like her, which, I don't know. It might not, but I have like some of her necklaces I wear quite often. I have one of my grandfather's shirts. I have pictures of them. I have a picture right there of me and my grandfather, and it's such a cute picture because he's smiling, he has his eyes closed, and he's hugging me, and I'm just like a little 3-year-old kid just like smiling at the camera, and that shows how like great our connection was. Pictures are such a great thing. It's important, I guess, to look back on the memories and to realize that it was a great time that you had with them. And the fact that you're hurting so much, it's because you loved them that much. And I continue to love my grandparents so much. Yeah, I'll never lose the connection I had with them. It's with me forever. And that's really important to realize. I think that's pretty much it. Sorry if this was like a kind of a sad video. I don't mean it to be sad, but I just know that sometimes life hits you with hard things in the face, and you don't know what to do, and it's just nice to know that you're not alone, and someone who you might have never met can maybe give you some tips, or just kind of tell my story a little bit, and hopefully you just feel comforted, because that's what you need. You need to feel comfort and security and safety and things like that, because of my grandparents, so many great things have happened because of them. I know my love, this is going to sound really weird, but I know my love for old people now. I'm doing service with the elderly because of, the impact I had with my grandparents and the impact they had on me. It made me realize that I want to help people who feel neglected or saddened or lonely. Maybe not for the rest of my life, but maybe as a volunteer thing, I don't know, it's just that really, it's helped me realize the person that I am, and it's really created compassion and patience in me. I'm not the most patient person all the time, but you know, it's created some of it in me, and I don't know. Whenever I think back on those times, they're really, really hard to think about. Especially watching someone you love slowly dying in front of you. That's the hardest thing I think I've ever been through. But it's important to know that they're in a better place. That's honestly how I feel, and also they're with me all the time. A few weeks ago, honestly, I think it was, I was having a mental breakdown about school. I mentioned this in one of my other videos, I'm pretty sure. And I was, you know, crying about it, and I was just like hyperventilating, like legit. It was horrible. It was like the first or second week of school, and I just was like, hey God, like, can you hit me up with my grandparents, like their presence, like that'd be great. And all of a sudden I just felt this like complete sense of calmness around me, and that was insane, and that was incredible, and they're with me all the time. And I truly believe that, and if you're not religious or if you don't believe that, that's fine, but that's what I believe. So that was it for this video. I hope that whatever you're going through, maybe these tips helped or maybe they didn't, but I hope that whatever you're going through slowly gets easier on you every single day. And yeah, I love you so much. Please have a good day, and I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and all that jazz. And I will see you guys in my next video. I love you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Let me love you till you feel alright.